Hey everyone, I'm back again. My name's Kyle, and I'm the Pentographer. Today I'm going to go over my top 3 fountain pens. I'm going to rate them each by writing experience, utility, and looks. So, my number 3 fountain pen, I would say, is currently the Asvine V200. So that pen is my number 3 right now, for several reasons. Writing experience is good. It's a solid writer. I enjoy using it, and it's it writes well. It's got a nice large ink capacity because it is a vac filler, so it's got lots of ink in it. It puts down ink nicely, and I think that's a very big positive for it. Utility on it is very good. It's got a metal body, it's not a metal body, but it's got metal bits throughout it. Seems to be made out of like a resin of some sort for the body, and it feels really sturdy. It feels really well built. So it's going to have to get a good rating for utility there. It feels like it could withstand a fair amount of punishment, and not really get damaged all that badly. And then finally, looks. This one is on the low end of this one, of this rating, because it is very simple. Now it has a very modern look. It's got hard edges on it on the tops and bottoms. The top and bottom finial have sort of top hard edges on them. But it's very simple. It's very sleek. But for that reason, and since it's an Asvine, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's the nib is nothing crazy looking. Relatively simple. They kept it simple for this one. Now that is a positive in most cases, but I'm going to be rating these by those 3 metrics, and on this one, this one's sitting at number 3 for that. So that's that one. So my number 2 fountain pen. My number 2 is the, let's see, I'm going to go with J16. The J16 is number 2 because number 1 is the writing experience. It's got a great writing experience. I would say that it's probably a little better than the Asvine V200, probably because of that Yovo nib. And for that, I'm going to give it second place in this category. Utility. It's a very sleek looking pen. The body is brushed titanium. I think in another video I said brushed aluminum. It is brushed titanium. So it will scratch a little bit easily, but I feel like that will actually add to a nice sort of patina over time. Like, I think it's going to give it some enhanced character over time. So I see no reason to degrade its utility for that. It is a very useful pen because it is made of metal, so it actually can stand up to quite a bit of punishment without getting terribly damaged. So I'm going to put it in second place again in that category. And third is looks. The brushed titanium is just really nice. The brushed titanium look is my favorite. And of the 2 versions of this pen, there's 2 variations. There's a shiny one and then the brushed one. The brushed one looks better, in my opinion, because the shiny hardware really makes a nice accent for it. So it looks really, really good with that sort of contrast going on. So for that reason, it's there. So that is number 2. And my number 1 pen by these 3 categories, I'm going to give it to the Majon A1 / Pilot Vanishing Point. The reason I'm giving it to like sort of the two of them is not because they're the same pen. They're not the same pen, but functionally they're very similar. So I think for this purpose, I'm going to stick to the Majon A1 because I own several of them. The Majon A1, in terms of writing experience, it's got there's two available nibs for it. They've got a fine and an extra fine. I prefer the fine. I think it writes a little nicer. The extra fine is very useful. So it's got a good writing experience. But this pen isn't getting first place because of that. This pen is actually through the roof in utility. That's why this one's on the category of number 1. Because its utility is absolutely through the roof. It's a clicky pen, so that seals relatively nicely. So you can slot it in a shirt. It doesn't look like a fountain pen, so it's not like someone's going to borrow your pen and steal it on you. So that's handy. It is useful in a variety of situations because of the body design. The clip is up near the nib, where the nib would be, so it clips quite nicely on you. Clicky pen part is just fun. And I've used it for forever now. I use it in every situation. It's so easy to just clip it to your shirt and just go. I absolutely love that about it. So it's definitely number 1 in my utility category because I use it all the time. I think the Vanishing Point style pen, the reason it's so good is because you do not have to remove a cap. No snap cap, no twist cap, no nothing. You just click it and go. And I think that click factor adds a massive amount of utility to this pen. So that is actually why this pen is in first place. And then number 3, looks. Now, it comes in several variations, and especially if you include both the Vanishing Point and the Majon A1, it comes in so many different varieties that it's just wild. I personally prefer the fish scale version of the Majon A1, but there is a nice, sleek, matte black version as well, which looks really nice. There's also several other versions, so there's a white and gold one. But it doesn't have a gold nib or anything on it, but the trim is gold and the white, and then same with the black, like a sheer black, or not sheer, but like a shiny black, and a gold. Those two look really nice. I've got a blue one, which I really like. I did have a green one at one point. I wasn't a big fan of that one, but there are so many different looks that you can get in this pen that definitely put it in the top of this category because you can kind of pick one. There's even one with vertical lines, like a facet, almost like a faceted, but it's like just vertical lines down the whole thing. Like, you've got so many choices with it, and it's so cheap that really you could get 2 or 3 of them and still be ahead. So, to me, that really adds to this category as well. So the Majon A1 / Pilot Vanishing Point is my number 1 fountain pen by these categories. And that's really where I think I'll leave it. Those are my 3 favorite pens by those 3 categories, by writing experience, utility, and looks. And there you go. That's that. Let me know what you think. What is your favorite pen? Do you have several that you enjoy? Do you have one that you really like? What is your take on this? Let me know down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will see you in the next video. And as I always say, may your pen always be inked.